Today we're going to figure out how different MGP can be. There we go. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It's super helpful for a little baby channel like me. I've got my buddy RJ. He's been on a ton lately and will probably continue to be on the channel. To be so? That's not a word, right?
To be so.
Cut. So we're starting off with a couple different MGP releases. So we're starting off with the Smokeye Hill.
This is batch 1 or 2?
Batch 1.
Okay.
Barrel Proof MGP, has blue corn in the recipe. Was labeled as the Stag Killer when it first came out.
Yeah.
I got our buddy Brian off camera, who will be trying these with us as we go. I actually recorded like a little 20-30 second quick review that I was going to make a YouTube short on, which I never did. For this, when it first came out, I was super let down when it first came out. And I was like, there's no way this is going to be the Stag Killer. This is just, I didn't like it. It wasn't my jam. As I've revisited it for over the last year or so, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd try to give it a fair shake now here, and then the star of the show, or this episode, I'll bring out in a second to see how this is compared to it. It'll be another MGP product. But so we got Smokeye Hill.
The Smokeye Hill Barrel Proof I really enjoyed, especially the first one that came out. The second one's still pretty good as well. I never thought it was a Stag Killer, but it's so different with the different char levels and the different...
The recipe
is just way different with the blue corn. It's way different than most things are that you get to drink. So I thought it was definitely off profile. I never really believed that it was a Stag Killer, but blinds can make you do crazy things, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it smells a little youthy still.
Definitely ethanol forward.
More grain forward. That's kind of what I remembered about it on that little minute, 30-second clip that I did. That's not bad though. I mean, I get red fruit, maybe cherry, maybe grape, maybe somewhere in between there. I definitely get the ethanol on it.
Yeah.
And this is coming in at
31.
65.7, 131.4 proof. It's better than I initially gave it credit for.
Yeah.
Every time I come back to it, it gets a little bit better. It's a little bit darker, like darker fruits, I would say.
On the front palate, I get a lot of that. We talk about it a lot, like the graininess, almost like a baked graininess, almost like a Cheerio or something like that. I get a lot of that on the front palate. And then obviously it delves into much deeper after that.
Yeah, that cereal grain, kind of no.
It's the youthiness probably of it, because it's what, 5 years old? I mean, that's what most people say it is.
Yeah.
Something like 5 years old.
Somewhere around there. It's not super old, but I'll say that's it's better than I have given it credit for historically. And that's not the point of this video. I want to see this being semi-readily available.
Sure.
At least in California, you can go to almost any Total Wine, almost anywhere, and find it. You couldn't when it first came out because the hype was there and it was hard to find. But like, it's available now, and it's good. $60.
Sure.
You know, I don't complain about that. But what we are going to be comparing it to is a much more expensive MGP. And I mean, this is already 131.4 proof.
Sure.
So much higher proof.
Oh, okay.
MGP than you probably would have anticipated.
Oh, okay.
So this is 13th Colony. No, 13th Colony is Georgia. They have their own thing.
Jacob's Pardon, right?
No, this is 13th Century.
Oh,
13th Century. They're out of Colorado.
Okay.
They're an NDP, and if they are distilling, that's not what's in here. This is MGP.
Okay.
This is 71.1%. So 142.2% ABV.
No way. Okay, you've talked to me about this barrel. Is it the bottom of the bottle that just comes way up in it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bottom of this is hollowed out. And inside, I believe, is like hand blown glass.
Okay.
And it's a barrel.
That's pretty cool.
So you take a couple pours and your bottle's halfway gone.
Right. Yeah. You're like, what happened?
But because most of the bottle's empty.
Okay.
I first came to find out about this from Bourbon Real Talk. They did like 1 or 2 episodes on this, and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And it was always sold out. Hazmat, MGP, and I'm pretty sure they age all this in smaller barrels.
Okay. So it kind of accelerates the aging process a little bit, probably.
Yeah. I bought these. They were readily available on Steelbox when I bought them.
Okay.
So I didn't have to do anything like cool or crazy to get one, but they were like very expensive.
Okay.
But you're talking pretty old Hazmat MGP, 30-gallon casks versus like the 55. What's that?
Was it age stated at all? Or not?
I want to say it was.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing it on here. I'm guessing close to 10 years.
Okay.
If I find it during the editing process, I will throw it on the screen.
Okay.
But I've been dying to try this for months now. I've had it. I've opened so many bottles. I've had so many other things that I've been doing. Like I just haven't gotten around to it. And today seemed like a good time to do that.
Okay,
so,
let's do it.
Woo, good cork pop. I just poured some for Brian off camera. You would have seen him on my Booker's tournament. Without him, that would not have been possible. And then a handful of other episodes too. And
Brian's not a Booker's fan at all. So.
I'll let you pour it.
This is such a crazy bottle too. I just love this. Is like fancy.
Ooh.
Pinky up.
Very, very different on the nose from the Smokeye Hill.
Oh, very.
So the reason I put these two together, they're both really high proof. They're both MGP.
Right.
But I want to see, like, this is semi-readily available. And this is, I think it's sold out, but I don't know how often they pop up on like single barrels or whatever on Sealbox. But this is definitely unique, to say the least. Hazmat, MGP, decent age statement.
How often do you see Hazmat MGP anywhere?
I mean, I've got one that'll be like a top 10 contender.
Yeah, that's
but
beyond that, you don't really see a lot of Hazmat MGP very often.
Man, this smells.
There's less ethanol on this than there was on the Smokeye.
Yeah, this smells more refined, I would say. More like your butterscotch caramel.
I get a buttery note, just butter itself. Of
the Smokeye Hill nose is more youthy for sure.
That one seems more complex, but this one seems more refined. It's hard to describe that. Like they were going for a specific
I get what you're
note on
saying.
this.
So like the Smokeye Hill is more punchy.
Right. And there's more to dig into. This one seems like it's like they were going for a specific profile, I guess.
Yeah.
And they found it.
Yeah. This is more, I'd say, salted caramel, butterscotch. Smells cleaner.
A little bit of pepper.
But more refined, for
like
sure.
a white pepper, yeah.
That is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. That does not drink the 142.2 proof at all. And I'm not getting that youthiness.
Wow.
I'm not getting
at
that graininess.
Nope. This is a well-aged product. This almost tastes like Heaven Hill without the Rickhouse funk, without the nuttiness.
Mm-hmm.
The age, but it has that, I don't know how to describe it.
It's kind of like complex, deep flavors without the nuttiness.
Dude, the butter.
Yeah, it's clean. Yeah, it's very buttery.
The butter comes all the way through.
It's very buttery. Even on the mouthfeel.
Wow.
It's very buttery. It's silky.
Yep.
You get the proof on the back end. but it's almost like an effervescence. Like it doesn't burn the tongue, it doesn't burn the mouth, but you just feel the heat.
It's not a Kentucky hug, but you can feel it all up in your palate.
Yeah, almost like an effervescence.
That's really good.
I wanted to like it because I spent a lot of money on it. I didn't want to like it because I thought maybe the smaller barrels and the 375 glass seemed a little bit gimmicky. So I didn't necessarily want to like it that much.
Okay.
But I think I do.
I don't know that it's worth the secondary price.
There's no secondary.
Or not secondary price,
to my knowledge.
Maybe the price that you paid for it. I don't know.
MSRP,
but it's, man, it's good. The viscosity is where it kind of falls flat for me. It's not quite thin, but it's always verging on thin.
Okay.
When I want if I want a 375 for a couple $100, I want something that's, viscous and thick and has a full mouthfeel too as well. And I don't get that from this.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like cleaner is it drinks more clean.
Yeah. But the palate is there. The finish is obviously there. Mm-hmm. Even the front palate's really good.
Yeah, it's on the finish. That's where the heat's at. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't go in your chest like you were saying.
Nope.
The heat comes more forward.
It's all on the palate.
Like my mid palate and like to my tongue, that's when I start getting the heat on that.
But it still doesn't drink like above hazmat proof. It really drinks probably 125, 130 proof to me.
I would say for me personally, with how much that comes forward, like I can see that.
You can see that?
But yeah, I can see the proof on that.
Can I point out the one thing that I really like about Smokeye Hill is this cork.
I hate it.
This cork, you don't like it, huh? It's pure metal. I love the heftiness of it.
It's pure not sealed. Like there's no cork pop. It literally comes out.
What's ASMR?
But I'm saying it doesn't. It doesn't like sit in the bottle.
Okay.
I took it to a work conference months and months ago.
Okay.
And I had to tape down to keep it from opening up.
Mine at home, this one, it comes right out. Mine at home is much
tighter
harder to pull out. Yeah, it's not easy to pull out like that.
Like a toyer.
Like a toyer.
I think. I don't know. I might be leaning towards the Smokeye Hill right now.
Me too.
Which is crazy. Because the Smokeye has that butter note. It's a little bit darker. It is a little bit youthy and grainy, but it's more viscous. It's
correct. It's more complex. There's more to find there with the different char levels, the blue corn. There's more to search for than there is in your typical bourbon. And that to me kind of sets it a little bit higher up than this other one.
Yeah, that's a bummer. For the price I paid for this one.
We've all done that. My first Weller Special Reserve was $75.
I don't know. This is more straightforward. It's buttery. It's salted caramel.
Right.
It's good. And then like that proof comes through after. You're talking a $750 for $60, pretty readily available, and you're talking a $200 $375. As much as I went into this not being a Smokeye Hill fan, I get it. I can say I get it.
I can find this for $90. I don't know if you're finding it for $60 and
70, 80, somewhere around there.
Awesome.
Total Wine has it for
$85. That's pretty much where they're at.
Oh, is that what it's at right now?
Yeah. We have it right now for $90.
Well, stop it.
Sorry, no, I keep doing that.
Do these taste like different distilleries or vastly different for you?
No, they taste similar. You can tell that they're probably from the same distillery. It's just the complexity of the different char levels, the different corn that goes into this one that sets it aside from this one, in my opinion. Just my thought.
Yeah, I think
I like that Smokeye Hill just a smidge better.
There's a little bit more of like that maple syrup on the Smokeye.
Yep.
And that's maybe like an ECBP fan.
Yeah.
That is...
The depth that comes from that is a little bit more intriguing.
When you give me that maple syrup, I'm... I'm in.
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna blend them like I always do.
Yep.
Brian, quick thoughts off camera? Preference? Thoughts?
I prefer the 13.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Smokeye's for me has always been grainy and young. And I didn't buy into any of the hype, and it still doesn't taste that great at all.
Okay. I don't know if you would have picked that up on our microphones. Brian said that he prefers the 13th century. Smokeye is grainy and young. And that was my complaint the entire time. Right now, though, I am leaning towards that, which is shocking. But we'll see what the blend does here, and
The blend's pretty good.
we'll call it a day because we've recorded a lot today. So,
I'll drink to that.
as always, the brewing experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever you're with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those balls. Cheers.
Cut.
The blend is good.
The blend is
The
very
blend is very good.
All right, the JD14.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
Not yet.